half on the game plan. But yeah, credit to the boys for, turning the page in the second half and making a game of it. And yeah, we give away two big moments and concede two goals. On another day, I think. We walk away here with at least a point, or could have been a walk away with 3 points. So a little bit frustrating. I think the guys knew there was a little bit more here tonight, but proud of the way they turned the page and gave everything in that second half. And I'm not sure what the stats are, but I think 19 or 20 shots away from home. Dominated in many, many phases and really enjoyed the game in the second half. So, proud of the boys. We knew it's a tough moment. We knew it's a tough squad to face, and they are where they are, and they are, with regards to what they can do in a transition. They've shown it many, many times, and we use this as great learning moments, but still proud of the performance.
Thanks, Bradley. Jonathan?
Thanks, Nico. Hi, Bradley. How do you assess Jacob Glesnes' performance tonight? And in particular, what looked like a moment of some hesitation near the midfield in Miami's first goal.
Yeah, I mean, the way they overload the back line, and there's moments to stop or step or stand and or drop. We just caught in this moment, whether the guys have been so brave the last couple of weeks and stepping forwards and forward defending and, being on the front foot. And, there's a moment of pause and delay. And that's all they need, Jonathan. They just need a half a yard, a half an inch, a half a moment to make a big difference. And unfortunately, that was, the turning point to give them the momentum. Nothing more than that.
Joe Tanzi?
Hi, Bradley. How are you?
Good, and you, Joe?
Good. What went into the halftime alterations, and then how do you judge based off of how the game is going, whether to bring Bruno on at half, 60? Like, how do you judge that, knowing how the game was going?
Yeah, first we want to correct a couple of things through video, and we needed a little bit through the middle of the field when we had the ball, it was just very tactical that to bring Indy on, so we could try and progress through the layers a little bit more, through the thirds a little bit more. And I thought we started tightening the screw. I thought we started to get some more turnover. I thought we, with the changes we made at halftime, there was a little bit more directness in our, proactive press and a little bit more on the front foot and a little bit more brave. So we corrected that. And then, then it was time to bring Bruno and Dono on. And that was the way we got momentum back in the game. And, I don't know how many chances saved off the line and what have you. So I thought what we did do, we did much better in the second half.
John?
I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, after a game like this, how good do you think this team is? They started out red hot. They've had two losses now. I think we all knew that this game was going to be a measuring stick game in a lot of ways. How good do you think your team is?
Yeah, I think we're good enough to get a point at least tonight, or maybe three.
And I saw that Kevin Sullivan was on the bench after playing in Huntsville last night for a pretty extended run. What went into the logistics of that, and why did you think it was? I mean, he's 15. I realize he's got a lot in his legs, but what went into that, and why did you think it was good to have him after he played last night?
Yeah, it was strategic to get him the 60 minutes, and this was planned earlier in the week, and we knew that we're going to limit his minutes and for him to be in availability on the bench tonight, depending on the way the game went. And unfortunately, the game doesn't go the way we hoped, and we would have liked to get Kevin on the field. We know it's a big moment. We're trying to get Kevin on the field as much as we can and give him moments. So we had to put him in the window in terms of getting him on the bench and doing those logistics. And there's an opportunity. Unfortunately, we just couldn't make it work tonight.
Joe?
Chris Donovan's gotten a lot of run off the bench early on the season. What have you seen from him in training, and what have you seen from him within the system that's made him one of your go-to guys off the bench?
Yeah, I mean, the way we set out on the two striker system, guys are going to fatigue. Guys were away with national teams and what have you. So I think it's just totally natural to bring more energy off the bench. And I thought, we created a lot of momentum and a new swing shift of, our dynamic approach and a little bit more direct, a little bit more vertical. We had to push the game a little bit. So totally I would say normal to bring another striker when you're in that position.
Jonathan?
Thanks, Nico. Starting Jan Glavinovic for the second game in a row, this time with Makanya not suspended, and Makanya comes off the bench late in the game. How do you assess and sort of weigh up the two of them where they are at this point?
Yeah, I think that's, after a game like this, I don't think we, comparing notes and saying who should be starting, who should not be starting. I think we're just progressing Jan's minutes, and now Jan survived a big shift tonight. It was a big transitional game, a very open game of back and forth. And I checked in with him towards, the 75th, 80th minute, and he said he was fine. So I'm really happy to have got him those minutes. And we changed the whole system, the whole structure at the end there, just to, throw the kitchen sink at it a little bit. And we still created a little bit more momentum with Indy out wide and Quinny out a little bit more wider with 3 center backs. So we're trying to just get ways to push the needle here when we're a goal down. So yeah, we just tried that, put Jacob up top, very strong aerially. We tried everything. Unfortunately, we couldn't get over the line.
All right, so that's Bradley Carnell speaking to the press, and he threw.
Sorry about that. Any final questions? All right. Thanks, Bradley. Thanks, everyone.